January the 22nd, 2026. Guys, you're looking at the updated map from this afternoon from the National Weather Service. And the areas in pink that you're looking at, they were purple yesterday, and which was a winter storm watch. Now, because it's pink, if you look right there, we're in a winter storm warning. Then you get into the deeper purples right there, that's an ice storm warning. See that moving up through just on the other side of Vicksburg, moving up through the Delta into northeast Mississippi and parts of south central Tennessee right through there. But again, this is a winter storm warning, not a watch anymore, a warning. Now, there's good things and bad things about the map. One of the good things is that and I almost didn't do a video last night, I'll tell you why. Because it's getting to be, the weather's so weird that the forecasts are not consistent, even 2 days out, just like tracking a hurricane. And so what I'm seeing is constant changes each day, kind of varying from what we saw the day before. But we're going to look at what we got right now, and we're going to continue to cover the storm throughout the period of time. But what we're seeing here in central Mississippi, under the ice storm warnings, guys, these are winter storm watches. And what I'm seeing is it's filled in a little bit from this morning, but it's not moving quite as far south into central Mississippi and Alabama as it was the last couple of days. Now, that's good for us, but what it's going to do is we're getting a lot of moisture up out of the Gulf and warmer air. And I think the vortex has slowed down just a little bit. So even though we may not get as much ice in this area, what this clearer area is going to do is compress everything as the vortex dips further south. And what it's going to do is increase the snow above this ice level for you guys from Oklahoma, New Mexico through Oklahoma, all the way up into the northeast. Between the front moving down this way, that high pressure area, very, very cold air. We're now Sunday night going to be -4 real feel in Jackson, Mississippi. I'm just south of there, just to give you an idea. That's cold for here. And right now it was going to be Saturday, one of the coldest days. Now it's Sunday, 15's a low with a -4 wind chill, or real feel, not wind chill, but real feel. And what's going to happen is, because this is pushing this way, now the snow totals, again coming out of New Mexico through Texas and Oklahoma and up through here, are going to be compressed and increased. Let's take a look at what we can see there. Now, some of the ground charts have not changed that much, but some of the forecast models have changed slightly. What we're looking at is from Bastrop, Louisiana, Hamburg, up through Greenville, Mississippi, up through this path across the Delta that we were looking at. You've got an extreme level, extended impacts from freezing rain and sleet. Numerous power outages are likely. Power outages may extend for multiple days. Roads will likely become dangerous to impassable. Now, significant level 3 is from that purple area all the way down to Jackson, Mississippi, to Natchez, Mississippi, Winsboro, Louisiana, Vicksburg, Greenwood, Eupora, Columbus. This is a significant level 3 storm. Extended impacts from freezing rain and sleet are likely. Power outages and dangerous travels are likely. Now, going back to level 4, the one thing they added was power outages may extend for multiple days, and that could occur anywhere in here depending on an isolated area, how much damage, how many big trees you had, and things like that. Then you get into below the Natchez to Brookhaven, Philadelphia area up towards Columbus. You're in an elevated level 2. Potential for impacts from freezing rain and sleet. Power outages and dangerous travels are possible. You get down below Brookhaven, going and including Meridian, Laurel, Hattiesburg. Freezing rain and sleet may cause hazardous travel conditions. Now, this is expected through the weekend. What I've noticed, again, everything's slowing. Instead of coming in so rough Friday night in the area, our area, it's going to be more into Saturday night. We're still going to have to keep an eye on the entire weekend, but it looks like just a little bit further push to the north. And I hope that's true. I'm not wishing anything on you guys further north, but the further south you get, the harder it is on people because we just are not used to it and the infrastructure is not hardened. But anywhere in this area is the same thing. Now let's look at the 3-day forecast model starting today on Thursday. But let me say this first, guys. There's so many models out there now that you could go deeper than what I'm doing, but things are changing so quickly, it's almost a futile effort, if you understand what I'm saying. As it gets closer, just like a hurricane, as it gets closer to shore, I can give you more precise estimates of the location and the speed, things like that. Same thing here. Like I said, I don't want to go too deep. We want to go into the basics tonight, and tomorrow's Friday, and we're starting to get into the weekend. So we're going to have detail information coming, and I hope if we do have icing here, I can keep the studio going via solar panels, and we'll have some updates. In other words, what I'm hoping for is that if we do have a lot of power outages in our area, if you have a cell phone, come to the YouTube channel. We'll try to get you updated. Now, this is today, and we have seen just this exact thing, rain. We didn't see any thunderstorms, and that's what the dotted line means. But it was light rain, basically sprinkles, overcast, things like that. And it's going to do just like it did in the other videos when you get to Friday, or the other models, when you get to Friday, things change. And let's do that. Here's Friday. Now you got snow from Montana through Wyoming, Nebraska, Colorado, Kansas, Missouri here. Then the mixed precipitation starts. Look at this. From Nevada, Utah, the Grand Canyon areas, parts of California, almost all of New Mexico. Check that out. Good bit of Texas. And then you can see the snow up through the northeast. And again, the circles with the lines, just like here in Kansas, are heavy snow lines. And that's what I'm talking about. This ice may not be as intense as far south, but the snow levels now are predicted to be increasing. Let's go to Saturday. And not a lot has changed except the area of the snow. Look at this right here. Let me go back Friday. That's what I was saying. The snowfall is going to change because of the compression from the area from the Gulf of America pushing against this Arctic vortex dip. Again, this is tomorrow. Go back to Saturday and look at the area of the snow. Now, New Mexico. Half of the state is in heavy snow. Same way all the way through Kansas, Missouri, Indiana, Ohio, Pennsylvania. And that comes through a mixed line right here from the heavy snow, even into New Mexico and Texas, into freezing rain. And this dip right here is not quite as far south as it was, guys. But I'm not going to say don't worry about it because it's changing daily. And you saw that this is a very straight line, and that's not how storms work. But you saw in the different colored variations there, even further south than this, down towards the Hattiesburg area, we had warnings and watches. Snow up into Colorado here, pure snow, Montana here, Utah. And in California, you've got a rain with a mixture of mixed precipitation there. But the rain is dipping through Mexico, out into the Gulf of America, and getting along the southern states. Now, it's going to be interesting because we don't have Sunday on this map, but everything is moving towards Sunday. And guys, here in Jackson, Mississippi, we're south of there about an hour. But for the Jackson area, they're talking about Sunday night being a low of 15, but a real feel of -4. -4 in central Mississippi. That tells you what you need to know about the surrounding areas, because that's only a couple of hours away from the Gulf of America. But when you get past that, guys, the lows are going to intensify in many places. Not everywhere. When I was checking our temperatures in Jackson, I also looked at Atlanta, Georgia. And you're gonna be about 10 degrees warmer than we are on Sunday night with that -4. I think you guys are gonna be around 10 below or something like that. Not 10 below, 10 degrees real feel, excuse me. Anyway, I don't want to go any deeper because it's, again, almost futile because it's changing so quickly. And what counts is that you're aware of what we're looking at. And I can tell from talking to different people and looking at the news online, stores are getting wiped out. Friends called me today and they were looking for we were talking about the Mr. Buddy heaters, or the little Buddy, and the green propane bottles and all. Walmart sold out of that, and a lot of stuff is being sold out. And the price is incredible on that stuff right now. It's risen like 3 or 4 times what it should be. So I hope you haven't waited too late to get some of these things. Now, I'm talking about the Buddy heaters. If you can go get to Home Depot and they still got them, more than likely on the rack there they have the hose that instead of connecting to the small green canister that's going to last you a few hours, it will hook to the 5-pound white bottle that you see with most barbecue grills and give you a couple days of heat. You understand what I'm saying? And it's about $20 to fill up one of those 5-gallon bottles. But now they're wanting $6 to $7 for the little 1-pound green canister. It's crazy. Anyway, just a little tidbit of information there. If you're not familiar with that, guys, it is a lifesaver. I can't tell you anything better than that, except, something in line with it would be the kerosene heaters that you can get. But let me tell you this, it used to be $1 a gallon for kerosene back in the day. Now for the gallon cans, it's $15 plus. So no fuel is cheap anymore. So the larger quantity, the better you off. And the most economical thing is an old wood burner and plenty of dry firewood. Guys, we're watching this, you watch it. The updates will be coming quicker. Tomorrow's Friday, won't be much happening on Capitol Hill. But let me say this. Remember the deal with the church in Minnesota. Don Lemon and a group of terrorists came in there. They were Black Lives Matter's lawyers, things like that, involved in this that came in there. Now, 8 of them were arrested today. And the white guy with the beard that really was raising hell, he's the one that told Pam Bundy to go F yourself and come try to get me, and he was snagged up today just as fast as he could be with all the other protesters except Don Lemon. And a judge there in Minnesota said they didn't have enough on him to put the warrant out for him. What they're doing, guys, is protecting a very valuable mouthpiece to the Democratic Party. They took the low-hanging fruit lawyers and stuff like that and fed them to the lions, but they let Lemon out. But what the feds are saying now, they have enough on Don Lemon, they will approach this from a different angle. But we're watching it, guys. You watch it. We don't know what's going to happen with the political situation. Sometimes I'll watch it, and I know it's boring, and a lot of you guys are hanging in there with it. But it's like keeping the pulse of your patient. In other words, the hand on the wrist where the heartbeat is pulsing through that wrist, right? And the heartbeat of the nation right now is DC. And the heartbeat of the nation is our heartbeat, because we cannot go back to the Democratic reign. We're watching it. You watch it. It's a heads up. Be safe.